What's up YouTube, back with another episode. In this episode we're doing 3 radiators, 2 of them are actual radiators and one of them is a towel rail. We're retrofitting them to some pipe which are already buried in the wall behind the skateboard, etc. So we're going to be kind of polishing a turd. Let's get into it. First one we've got to change, it's a I think it's a 1700 720 by 500 high double convector single panel. I've got to replace, so a bit of pipework alteration on this, which is going to be interesting because I'm sure I've got an 1800 for it. I'll get these 2 valves turned off and drain it down. Another false positive for the flexi tub. It's a little better. You have to remove the vent or the drain off pin for it to come out full flow. Just get a hose ready and towels just in case you can't get your hose on in time. So I've shown people this tip many a times, but out the new radiator, if you take these caps out, take your tails out, your existing tails, and put them in the old radiator. Just protects customer's property when you're carrying it out in case any dregs decide to drip off. Hope that makes sense. Although I have sheeted up. Is that showing up on the window? Bird's wings. Just crashed in it at some force, that, a big monster. Probably a pigeon. They're all stupid. So obviously, because this is going centre of the window, I marked the centre first. You can tell because I put a little C there. And where the centre of the brackets are on the back of the radiator, I put little lines and mark the centre of the radiator itself. I'm going to line that up with that, like that. And then transfer these lines onto here. You've seen me do this before, but for any new guys, it might help you out. So that's the height the client wants the radiator. So from the top to the top of the bracket, got 130. I'll transfer that 130 mark onto this wall. And then that will be the top of where the bracket wants to be. There's 3 on this one because it's an 1800mm long radiator. I'll get them screwed on the wall now. Hopefully find a decent fixing. Your wall will end up looking something like that. On the bracket, you can have your radiator sticking out a further distance off the wall. You'd have to screw the short end to the wall like that. Or you can have it a shorter distance off the wall. I always prefer the shorter ones, to be fair, unless the customer asks for tucking curtains down, etc. Don't forget to put your little anti-rattle plastic clips on. I won't put these on the middle one because the middle can be a pig to get on, and I always leave it slightly lower than them two, just for ease of getting it on, rightly or wrongly. So all I've done, because this is on a combi system, is opened that valve up into the bucket and took the pressure off. Still dripping a little bit, but because there's nowhere for it to refill, it's a pressurised system, you just have to, like I say, just take the pressure off. Providing you're doing one at a time. If I was to open that valve, it would allow air into the system and one of them would start pouring out. So just do one at a time. This wouldn't even enough line straight up with that valve. Just might just get that with a coupling on. Obviously we're going to be sealing our tails with that rapid blue stuff. You just wind it in, wipe off the excess. I gave this one of these about between 8 and 10 minutes the other day, and when I repressurized it, it leaked, so I'm going to be giving it 15-20 minutes. I use these reducers. They're a long 10 to 15 mil end feed style. That's going to go on there. Should be right for that valve, but obviously because there's water in the pipe, we're going to need to get that out first. Some people use a wetback. Do it however you want, but I'll put this in here. And eventually it'll start coming out. I've soldered up that now. Obviously I'm going to paste using jet lube paste on the olives above that side and tighten the valve on. And that will be one side complete. It's like I'm painting my fingernails with rapid blue. Nice colour that actually. It looks something like that. I'm going to file that snotter off, but I couldn't get it off at the time. As you can see, I've tried to with the blow lamp because water started to come, so I'll have to file it off just to make it look a bit neater. However, this side isn't going to be as straightforward. So how I get my paint off the pipe is just gently rub the grips round first. You can warm it up with blow lamp and try and burn the paint off. There's multiple different ways of using it. And then I use some of this abrasive cloth just to clean around it, get rid of all that paint. You can't solder when there's paint on. So what I've done is I've just taken a piece of a bit more skirting board out so I could, so I could swing it round. This one's swapping for a drain off though. And this is the next one we're replacing. Again, I can't remember the sizes, but I'm going to try and get it same height so I can put this shelf back on. Now this is what I'm talking about, although it is dinner time. How many of you stop for your dinner when you're self-employed? Now I'm one of them. I'll bring my dinner with me normally and eat it whilst working because I prefer an early finish than yeah, dragging it out. But I could get out of that, innit? But I don't think that's healthy. Let me know in the comments. So what I'm going to do with this one is have my TRV on this side straight in, no altering of the pipe. And this one will be a considerable distance off. This is where I get these things. They give you about 30 mil extra because obviously the tail. This will be replacing the original tail, and it'll bridge that gap. And it's a drain off. Winning all round, I'd say. Now this TRV is going to stick out at an angle a bit because of the way the pipe's coming through the wall. I did give the customer the option of going, because you can swing these round and have the TRV sticking out to the side, but no, they said they're happy with that the way it is. Get a lot of questions about, or DMs about this. Now, I use this to hold the valve whilst I'm tightening that nut up so it keeps the pipe straight, don't put any strain on it. People use grips, but grips can damage the chrome. This is a plastic rad spanner or rad wrench, and it's made by Monument. And as you can see, it's very old. I've had that since I was an apprentice. So this is what we're replacing next for a towel rail. Unfortunately, I think the pipe centers are way off on this one, so we're going to have to probably dogleg it in at each side. That's normally what happens in bathrooms. better thing to do would probably take the skirting board off and maybe sink them in the wall a bit. I'll see what the customer says. Yeah, so this is what we're replacing it with. I don't think they've got valves, so I'll see what I've got. Whether I'm using straight or angled valves. So I'll get the old one off. And this mounted to the wall, there's only 3 brackets on this. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. We're not really working, we're going to work to the centre of the old radiator. And yeah, I'll, no point filming that because you've seen me do 2 other radiators so far. Catch back up with you when this is on wall. A stud wall. I'm guessing there's a joist there, but that's going to be no use, no ornament for me. So I've put some plasterboard fixings in these. So for mounting to this plasterboard, I'm going to be trying out the Bullfix fixings that I've seen numerous people post on, but Luke Blue Bulldog uses these a lot. Just put a weight of a man. Wait, what? Yeah, these are them. So they send you, well, this kit I bought anyway, they send you the 20mm hole. So I'll just drill that up there and show you what's that hole now, and then you get this part of it and align it, sorry, vertically like that. Give it a little tap with a hammer. Like so. Then you get what looks like a fish, and you're putting it in tail end backwards like that, and as you push it in, it opens up, and that will be your fixing point. So on the back of that, what's going to be happening as it opens up, it's going to grip the back of the plasterboard like that. So I can see why it's strong. Normally I'm used to using, what are they called now? Ugh, I can't remember. These are the screws that they send you to use with it. You just wind her in. It seems solid enough. I'm quite impressed with them. Get the radiator, towel radiator. What I do is I send in these stop this radiator from sliding forward when this part goes in. So I always send them in first before sliding my radiator on. Just makes it easier tightening them up because that's behind the back of the radiator itself and they're quite difficult. So if you send them in first, you've already got a thread it can follow. What I've opted to do with these is that. These are 10 to 15mm. Just kind of like speed fit connectors, reducers though, spigot elbows. And they look all right normally if the pipe coming straight out of the wall, straight into this. But obviously, we're not dealing with that at the minute, so I'm trying to polish the turd, but I don't think that'll look too bad. Get this side done, and I can get the heating filled up, vent all the radiators, and give it a test. Oh, and hoover up. So I've just put this into minimum mode. Obviously we're up to pressure now. Bled all the radiators except this towel rail one, because I'll take out the air vent and the blank and put some inhibitor in this after we've checked for any leaks, etc. Up and running correctly. I think that's where we'll end this one here. So guys, if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you've disliked it, give it a thumbs down. And as usual, get subscribing. It's absolutely free to you, but it helps more viewers to come across to the channel, and it gets pushed out to a wider audience. And that's what we all want. Catch you on the next one.